do obviously beautification projects. We do the beach cleanups at the International Coastal Cleanup. Some of you might have participated in that in the past. We also do the recycling education in the community. We have the mall, the store in the mall, the Upcycle It store, if you've been there. If not, come find us. We're very unique in what we have. So what we're doing today is planting 75 native trees for mainly stormwater mitigation purposes. As you can see, this is a stormwater park. They're funneling everything from Canal C into here and then back out clean, so that way our community isn't receiving as much of the excess nutrients from that canal. So it's a very important park. It's full of nature, including a very large alligator named Cliff, I believe. So if you're getting close to the water, just, you know, keep in mind, try to find him. Try to find him. Make sure you know where he is. Typically, he's going to run from anything this loud because 70 people coming at him, he's going to move. So you don't have to worry too much. We do have a few soggy areas. We are planting some bald cypress and some pond cypress right along the edge. So they shouldn't be in the water, but as you dig, you might find that it's a little more wet and your shoes might sink a little. So people who are willing to do that, I'm going to put in one group, so that way as we come to those trees, if you're good with getting dirty, that's the group for you. Okay, so
bunch of dudes volunteered.
I figured it would only be a few people, don't worry, it's okay. So the other reason, part of what we're doing is also to stop some of the erosion along the banks. So that's the other part of this project. So all of the trees that we picked out are specifically meant for what spot that we put them in. Maples like it nice and wet. You should have seen it before the hurricane. This area was a nice big puddle. So this gets a lot of the overflow anytime the lake overflows. It comes this direction. So we wanted to make sure that we had something here that could handle that nice soggy wet feet. And a red maple is perfect for that. So what we want to do with the tree, who's planted a tree before?
We used to own a landscape company.
Okay.
So.
Very
you're gonna
versed.
be one of my leaders.
I don't mind. That's okay. I don't mind.
Just to make sure that the people in your group are planting the way it's supposed to be planted. So they dug holes with the auger, so they're 10 times bigger, which is good because a lot of this ground was compacted when they made the park. They brought in a lot of heavy equipment. There's some some of it is actually even fill dirt. So the more room that we could give the roots, the better, basically. So your job is mostly going to be filling it back in, which we're going to start doing now. You want to make sure, and the trees look beautiful, they don't look too root bound. If you see one where the roots are all going around the side and all kind of going in a circle, you want to make sure to break up the roots. Just hold it over the hole and just kind of push them down so that the roots don't go in a circle, they go where they're supposed to go. If the roots start going in the circle like that and you leave them like that, it'll choke itself out in a couple of years. So you want to make sure they point in the right direction. So let's push this back in.
You knew that, didn't you?
Take the stake out.
Oh, you did? I thought your daddy taught you how to plant trees.
Right
Oh,
about.
okay.
You want to make sure, it's kind of hard to see because the pile is so high. But,
Mix that compost.
oh yeah, I'm sorry, where'd it go?
Good stuff.
We want a half a bucket. This is actually compost from the algae
Oh.
that's made here. So we want about a half a bucket on each tree. Just sprinkle it around and then take it in with the dirt.
Natural fertilizer.
Exactly. But we don't want too much because it's strong, so we don't want to burn
You
it
want
out.
to burn it, but you
Yeah.
and it'll last a long time.
What you want to do, you don't want to push it up against the tree. You want to leave the natural line of where the pot was, but you want to make a nice ring around the tree, right around the leaf edge. And you want to build that up so that the water, when it flows in and it rains, it sits here next to the roots. So we're gonna make a little donut or volcano
Yeah, cricket.
right around the edge.
Calm down. It's a cricket. Oh. So you're on bug watch. It's a cricket.
I know.
It's okay.
All right, and we have our first tree done.